The glass trembled when I set my drink down, not from the impact, but from my hand. The news ticker on the muted TV kept looping the same words: Cobe-Cale energy stock surges after internal leadership shift. They didn't mention my name. They never do. The whiskey burned like memory, slow, unforgiving. I stared at the framed patent certificate on the wall. Atlas System, U.S. Patent 619402A. My signature beneath the algorithm that powered 17 years of global energy dominance. My life's work, dismissed with a boardroom smirk and a trash can full of risk warnings. Her father had looked me in the eye that morning. The man who toasted me at our wedding, who once called me son. Cobe-Cale is a rocket ship, he said, and we don't have room for anchors. He threw my 50-page report into the bin like it was paper ash. And my wife, his daughter, didn't look at me once. When security escorted me out, I smiled. A quiet, controlled thing. Because I'd built Atlas. And Atlas remembers everything. Tomorrow was going to be fun. It started small. A name on a dinner reservation that wasn't mine. A whisper in the kitchen that stopped when I entered. Her phone face down, always. She told me I was paranoid. "You're used to control," she said, voice sweet, distant. "Maybe it's time you learn to let go." I'd spent years designing systems that predicted human behavior from patterns in data. She thought emotions made me blind. They made me precise. The night before I was fired, I found her laptop open. The glow of the screen reflected her father's email. "We'll move forward once he's out. The board will back it. He's too cautious." There was an attachment. My own report, forwarded from her account. I stood there, watching the cursor blink beside the words "sent from my iPhone." No confrontation, no questions. I just closed the lid. Because sometimes, when a storm's coming, you don't board the windows. You leave them open. Let it all in. In the weeks that followed, I moved quietly, a man erased by his own creation. While Cobe-Cale celebrated its visionary new leadership, I accessed the system no one else remembered existed. Atlas wasn't just an energy control framework. It was a memory. Every email, every transaction, every boardroom whisper logged in its encrypted mirrors. I read everything. Her father's offshore accounts, board members bribed through shell firms, environmental data falsified to hide radiation leaks in rural Nevada. But it was the last folder that stopped me. Personal Correspondence A. Her initials, photos, hotel receipts, a new name, Project Horizon. The company her father had secretly registered under her name. A rival system reverse-engineered from mine. They hadn't just fired me, they'd stolen me. I printed nothing. I copied nothing. I simply watched. Every file, every transaction, every lie. The world saw me as a fallen engineer. But inside Cobe-Cale's machine, I was still God. She came home one night. Perfume, champagne, silence. "Rough day?" she asked, almost kind. I looked up from my laptop. "They'll announce Horizon next quarter, won't they?" Her face went still. "How do you—" "Don't," I said softly. "You don't need to explain. Atlas already did." For the first time in years, she looked at me, really looked. The mask cracked. "You're dangerous," she whispered. "No," I said. "I'm obsolete." She backed away, phone in hand, eyes darting like prey. "Your father taught me one thing," I continued. "When you build a rocket, you make sure you own the launch codes." The silence that followed was absolute. By dawn, Cobe-Cale's servers were empty. Atlas had migrated, quietly, methodically, to an independent trust registered offshore. The patent ownership? Updated. Authenticated. Every falsified report, every leaked document, every offshore transfer, automatically sent to federal regulators, global press outlets, and shareholder inboxes. Her father's empire fell before sunrise. Stock frozen, assets seized. His face plastered across headlines with words like fraud, toxic exposure, grand jury indictment. I didn't destroy him. I just let his truth breathe. When she called, her voice was shaking. "What did you do?" "I cleaned the system," I said. "You were right. It was time I learned to let go."